Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, willkommen, meine Damen und Herren, to Lanxess Arena, Cologne, Germany, where tonight, K2 Promotions and Klitschko Management Group, in association with Arena Box Promotions, are proud to present the main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. Sanctioned by the BDB. President Thomas Putz. Supervisor Jean-Marcel Nards. The World Boxing Council President Jose Suleiman. Supervisor Charles Giles. At ringside, the three judges scoring this bout will be from Japan, Ken Morita. From the United States, Oren Schellenberger. And from Italy, Massimo Baravecchio. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, the referee from Mexico, Guadalupe Garcia. And now, for the thousands in attendance here in Cologne, and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red with white, officially weighing in at 112 kilos. Since capturing Olympic gold in 2008, he has a perfect professional record consisting of 17 fights, 17 victories, including 12 knockouts. He now lives and trains in Miami, Florida, but comes to us by way of Havana, Cuba. Here is the WBC #1 ranked contender in the world, the undefeated Odlanier Solis. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing black with gold, official weight 113.2 kilos, 43 fights, 41 victories, including 38 knockouts, from Hamburg by way of Kiev, Ukraine, presenting the reigning, defending WBC Heavyweight Champion of the World, Dr. Eisenfaust Vitali Klitschko!
Huge reception for Klitschko. And now the referee, Lupe Garcia, who refed Lennox Lewis against Oliver McCall the first time they fought. He now brings them forward for final instructions.
Gentlemen, as I briefed introduced in the locker room, good luck, may the best, and may the heavyweight win. Good luck. Okay, check the gloves and go to your corners.
Solis avoiding the steely glare of Vitali Klitschko. The man with the brilliant amateur record. There's been money on him in the closing stages in the run-up to this fight. You could get a good price earlier in the week. Now he's being quoted at 7-2 with Klitschko 6-1 on. 33-1 they're quoting for the draw. The world heavyweight title fight here in Cologne, Klitschko against Solis. And the theory throughout the week is that Solis, Jim, has got to carry this fight to Klitschko and not allow the big man to settle into a rhythm.
Well, we know they must have a plan, but they must implement that plan as early as possible. Too many previous opponents want to have a look at Klitschko. They allow him to get into the driving seat to control the action, and they cannot shift him again. Klitschko just prodding as he usually does with that long jab. He just keeps his opponents on the end of that. A nice little short left hook from him there.
Tremendously confident as ever in the run-up to this, and for a man who's approaching 40, only George Foreman at 46 when he defended against Axel Schultz decade and a half ago has been older as a defending champion than Klitschko, but just to look at him, he's in tremendous shape.
Yeah, and he lives a life. Everything about Vitali Klitschko is discipline. The way he lives, the way he prepares, and then the way he boxes. Doesn't really make mistakes. He's always been slow, he's always been a little bit clumsy, always been robotic. But he has never been beaten on merit, remember. The couple of losses are on injury. And he's claiming the centre of the ring straight away here. And
you know, those two losses against Chris Bird when he had a shoulder injury, and then against Lennox Lewis when he lost on cuts, on both occasions he was ahead on the judges' scorecard. Solis tried to get in with that chopping right hand. It was only just off target.
Yep, he's looking quick, Solis. He's doing the right thing. He's just trying to measure the range, then move in with punches, back out again.
Nice confident start from Klitschko, whose brother Vladimir, due to fight David Hay, is in the corner. Adam Booth, David Hay's trainer, among the people keeping a very close watch on this one at ringside. Quite a possibility that Hay, of course, at some stage could be facing the winner of this, and Klitschko had to take a decent right hand from Solis in that exchange.
Well, Solis must have been wondering as they came in tonight what it was like to face this giant. Now he knows, and he's actually fared reasonably well in the opening round. Constant movement, trying his own little shots here and there.
There's never been a Cuban heavyweight champion of the world. Jorge Luis Gonzalez got annihilated by Riddick Bowe back in 1995 when Carlos Gomez was defeated by Klitschko in the first defense after regaining the title. Solis has made this an interesting opening 3 minutes, though.
Yeah, but and it's kind of prodding punches Klitschko is throwing. And with the speed of Solis, once he finds a little bit of confidence, right hand there, just caught him!
Oh, he's down! Right hand which did it, and Solis down in the opening round. Closing seconds of the opening round. It was a short right hand, and he's in a lot of trouble. He might not be able to continue here. He's all over the place. Referee having a close look at him, and the fight's all over. It's all over in the first round.
That was a beautiful, jolting little right hand, got him bang on the chin. Klitschko shouting at him here in a bad-tempered fashion. I thought he was going over to see, make sure he was okay. But he has an angry look on his face. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know that there's anger between the camps. I've never seen that from the Klitschkos before. They're renowned for their sportsmanship. But what a performance. The first chance he got, short little right hand, and it was all over. Tremendous punch.
Well, I think Klitschko thinks that he quit. He thinks he could have gone on, and he's angry. It's shades of the old Cassius Clay and Sonny Liston from 1965, the second fight, and he thought he could have gone on.
Well, OK, John, well, let's look at Solis's legs when he got himself back up again. If he could have carried on, if that was an act, then it's an Oscar he should be having, not the WBC belt, because his legs were all over the place. They would not support him. I don't believe he's taken a dive. There's nothing in the man's history to suggest he would. Obviously, Vitali Klitschko is disappointed. We have 19 fans here on the show, but look at this. That is definitely not an act. It was a beautiful, jolting little punch. As soon as the punch landed, I spotted it. I knew it was a hurtful punch. I didn't know it was a finisher.
Well, trouble with the right knee. Let's watch it again from another angle. Solis, you can see, trying to force the pace in the last few seconds before the bell to end that first round, and down he went, and he hurt his leg in the process.
That punch, it caught him a little bit higher than I thought watching it live. It caught him in the temple, and it just seemed to rob him of all his senses. That was not an act. The man could not continue. There is no way, with the pedigree he has, the preparation, getting himself into the best shape he's been in his pro career, that he would do that. OK, Klitschko is disappointed. 19,000 people are probably disappointed, but you can't take away from Klitschko. Hung on to his title in dramatic fashion.
Well, the crowd don't like it. There's a lot of hoots of derision, boos reverberating around this huge state-of-the-art arena on the banks of the Rhine here in Cologne. Odlanier Solis' dream, and he'd certainly talked the fights in the run-up to this, is well and truly over, and he cuts a disconsolate figure in that corner.
It was performing well up to that point, but you see, bang, it caught him high, and as soon as look at the legs, as soon as the punch landed, the left leg straightened out, It just took everything away from him. Look at him here. He cannot get off his back. He's lost the power of his legs. You know, it's jolted his brain and taken all the motor skills away from him. Look at that left leg. There is no acting here. He is gone here. When he goes onto his back, you see him trying to lift up onto a sitting position. He can't do it. There is no way whatsoever that was an act. We're all disappointed, but we no one more disappointed the first thing in the morning than Solis, that's for sure. We expected better, but there you are, another dominant performance from Vitali Klitschko.